Alright, so what I wanted to do today was talk about something that's been quite big with the Resident Evil community as of the past few days, and that's been generally pretty shitty to see as a whole, to be honest. I'm sure you've seen it by now, but basically people are going towards the actress for Ada in the remake. I believe her name is Lily Gao. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I think that's how you say it. And basically going to her kind of personal accounts and just being pretty mean, pretty rude, and just because I didn't like her performance in the game. Last I kind of saw, I believe she's basically removed all kind of content from her Instagram and gone pretty much private because of it all. And this isn't the first time this has happened. If you remember way back when the Welcome to Raccoon City movie came out, the same thing happened towards the actor for Leon. And it's just a pretty shitty situation. It's shitty on the people that are doing its part, and it's not probably ideal for the actors because they have to deal with it all the time, and it's probably really frustrating. And I kind of wanted to kind of throw my thoughts out about it in the video today. I guess one thing to kind of go over is if you don't like the performance given to you by actor towards a character, that's fine. You're allowed to not like the performance, and you're allowed to have your criticisms, and that's okay. But if you're going to go out of your way to find this person on social media or wherever they may be and just harass them and be rude to them like directly, you're an asshole. Like, that's pretty much all you are. You are just being an asshole at that point. Like, there's no need to go to the person directly. They're just doing their job, basically, and you're just going for them to be a dick. And it's not really the most mature way to deal with it. More to the point, neither is review bombing in the game, which is now happening. Like, that's not going to get your point across. Like, there's no reason to do that. All you're doing is showing how much of a child you actually are. But, you do you, bro. And jumping back to the actor who played Leon in the movie, it did happen again. He got harassed and the movie got bombed, and to be honest, I will give it kind of some credit. The movie wasn't that great, but there was no need to go directly towards him because he was just doing his job. He was cast in the role, he did the role, that's all there is to it. Another reason kind of why this whole thing is just ridiculous, like, it's a remake, okay? The game is a remake of the original game. If you do not like a performance in the remake of a game, the original still exists. You can go and play the original, and if you prefer the original, there you go. Like, that's completely whole of the game you can go and play. There's no need to just, review bomb the remake and constantly complain about the same thing over and over again. If you like the original more and you prefer the original, just go and play that and be happy elsewhere. Like, if people want to play the remake and enjoy the remake, that's fine. If you're just gonna bomb it over one simple thing, or just overall, then just go and play the original game. For my own personal opinion on the voice acting of Ada in this game, I think it is good given the context of the remake. If you look at the original game, Ada and Leon were a lot more flirty towards each other, but then again the whole game was a bit more cheesy and a bit more kind of camp, I guess. But with the remake, it's just not the case. It's a more serious game, and I think how she's played in the remake makes sense given the tone of the remake compared to the original, and I think she did a good job doing that, and I'm sure we'll see more of it when the Mercenaries mode comes out, as well as Separate Ways, which I'm pretty sure will happen anyway, so we'll see more of the character there. And then you've got a bigger, wider kind of area to judge the character on based on, more than 10 minutes of gameplay in the base game. I have spoke to people about the remake, on stream and in YouTube comments, and people have kind of respectively said that they're not a fan of how Ada is portrayed, and that is fine. Like, it doesn't take away from the game itself. The game's still fun, the game's still great, but I would prefer Ada to be played a different way. That's a fine opinion to have, and that's completely reasonable. But if you're going to go out of your way to, again, just bully this person online for essentially, again, doing her job, you're an asshole. And no, this is not the only game series that gets this kind of thing happen to it. I've heard many a time from other game series, the long running, where this has happened. A close friend of mine has kind of also mentioned to me that the same thing happened when the Final Fantasy VII remake came out, and that received some criticisms in terms of voice acting and stuff, and it's just unnecessary. And it's also unnecessary to go at the actor or actress that is doing the role. But unfortunately, there are kind of groups of people in any kind of fan base that are just toxic like that, I guess. Hopefully, no one here is like that, and I'd safely assume that most people tagged in my channel are a bit more respectable towards people doing their jobs than what you see online. But yeah, I just wanted to go over the situation, give my own thoughts on it, and kind of explain what's going on. It's a pretty shitty situation, and hopefully the actress Lily is doing alright, and it's not really massively affected her in any way. Maybe taking a break from social media was a good idea, but she shouldn't really have to kind of need to do that. Like, it just shouldn't be happening in the first place. So my sympathy is there, but hopefully it passes soon, and you know, we can kind of move on and away from it, and this toxic group of people just kind of stops doing what they're doing and gets on with their normal life. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Thank you all for coming by. Remember to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, I suppose, or leave your thoughts on the whole situation down in the comments. Remember to subscribe for more Resident Evil content, and I'll catch you in the next one as usual.